Praise Yahweh Saints. This is Brother Michael. I just want to thank Yahweh for waking me up this morning to a day that wasn't promised, giving me a new breath of life that I do not deserve. Thank Yahweh for His abundant mercies that He's shown to His people. I want to thank Yahweh for the bishops, the mothers, the women supervisors, especially the bishops, because I thank Yahweh for the words that they teach that go forth through the pulpit to His people. I grew up, I'm one of the young ones in the church that grew up since birth, and I've seen a lot of the other young people back then that have backslid and that have left this way, and because they didn't want to continue and being instructed on what to do in their life, or they thought it was too hard, too many rules. And I thank Yahweh because I'm still here. I've been listening to the word a lot lately, trying to make sure that I don't slip back to what I used to be, because I was also one of those people that were going to backslide, I think about a year ago. I had my mind set on getting out of the house, going to live my own life with my friends that I graduated school with. Thank Yahweh because, of course, there were situations that happened in my life that caused me to struggle with depression. And I've even got to the point where I've had suicidal thoughts, where I've tried to kill myself, but I stopped myself in the nick of time, as Yahweh told me He wasn't done with me and that He still had plans for me. And so throughout that whole time, He has not touched my life. He has not taken it. And I thank Yahweh for that. I was caught up in the world. I was caught up in trying to fulfill the lust of my flesh. And if you really to stop and take a look at it, how is it that, me, I had a young mind, and so I wasn't thinking maturely. But now that I've grown in the faith and I've gotten a lot stronger than I was, I look back at it now and I tell myself, how could you have had so much energy for Satan but no energy for Yahweh? I never testified, I never sung songs until I decided to do right. I never done any of these things. I was caught up in the world. That's all I cared about. Cussing, worldly music, smoking weed. That's all I was caught up in. But I had all the energy to do all that, but I didn't have no energy for Yahweh. And so right whenever I was about to leave church, of course, I got scared because Apostle Washington came and he preached a message, and he prophesied me that if I didn't change my ways and if I didn't get right with Yahweh, then I would die in a car accident. And of course, all the other brothers, they came to me, they pleaded with me and told me, you don't need to go, you don't know what's out there and all that. And of course, I may think I know what's out there. You may think you know what you're going to deal with when you get out there, but you really don't. There's a lot of older people in this way that have been through everything you can think of, and I thank Yahweh for them because they share their testimonies with me and try to keep you from making the same mistakes that they used to make. But I thank Yahweh for them. Whenever I finally decided to get my mind right after that, when Apostle told me that, I was like, it's not really worth it to gain the whole world just to lose your soul. And I've been thinking about that a lot lately. I've been thinking that I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the saints. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my parents. I pushed my parents away. I've disrespected them in countless ways. I made my mom cry, and you can do that as a young person, especially, I was always getting called into the office with all the bishops, and Apostle and all them, they would plead their case with me and try to get me to turn from my ways and stop and, get right with Yahweh. And they even told me, they said, you're going to kill your mom earlier than what Yahweh has planned for her because of your foolish ways, and you're worrying her and stuff like that. But I thank Yahweh because I make it up to my parents every day now. I always tell them I love them, and that I even texted them the other night that I'm sorry for everything I did to them and how I hurt their feelings. And now that I've got, my mind where I need to be, where it needs to be, steadfast in the Word, and reading my Bible and listening to the Word and meditating and praying and fasting, Yahweh blessed me with a wife that I definitely couldn't thank Yahweh enough for giving me a beautiful wife. And I'm about to have a baby in June, and every day I pray for him, and I pray to Yahweh and ask that you don't touch my kid because of any foolishness I've done, that you show mercy on my kid, and if there's any punishment that I deserve, that it goes to me, not with my wife or my kid. And I thank Yahweh for that, for giving me another chance to get right with him and to serve him wholeheartedly, that he's shown mercy. And I thank Yahweh for that, and for all the saints and for all the brothers and anybody looking in towards this way. This is the best way to be, because I'm 19 and I'm about to be 20, and of course my flesh still lusts, and I still want to go out there and do things. I see little things here and little things there, and I'm like, Satan wants to tell me, well, you could be doing this or that right now. But I thank Yahweh that he's gave me an opportunity to prove myself to him, and I want to do everything in my power to be what he is calling me to be. But I thank Yahweh for all the saints and all the young people and all the brothers and sisters that are striving on in this way, and to continue steadfastly in the apostles' doctrine. Love y'all, and peace be.